I repeat, last session I had asked you all to go through the programs 1 to 6, wherein you have to simply write print statements based on the question. Do you have any queries on those programs, please? Any of those programs? Any minute, uh, even if it is a very minute query you have, even if there's a very simple doubt that you have, you can ask me, please. I hope in the test you will be able to write the solutions. You'll be able to write these programs without any kind of doubt or without any kind of fear, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please reply. You're confident with them? Okay, let us go ahead with our concepts. We are focusing on programs. I've already started BlueJ, and as you see, my project chapter 3 is already open, and I would like to bring the class area of triangle 1 in front of you that we had done last to last session, and we are continuing our explanation and discussion with regard to this program. Double click on it to see the program. Please see the comment statement, right, that we have given in this program. That is our question itself. Write a program to calculate and print the area of triangle with base 5 and height 10. And I've also given you the formula to calculate the area of triangle, that is half into base into height. The comment ends, and we are starting with our program, our class, public class area of triangle. Please see the name that I've given to the class, area of triangle 1. I've used the letter capital A, and then for the word area, remaining letters I've written in small. Similarly, the next word of O capital, remaining letter small. Now this is one way in which I've written the class name. Your class name can be entirely small letters, it could be completely capital letters also, and in between words there can be underscores like this. I remind you, class name is an identifier and we have to follow the rules of identifiers. Public static void main function, and within this main function I have written system.out.println 0.5 into 5 into 10. 0.5 into multiplied by the value of base and the value of height. This statement, okay, which did not give us the correct result, I'm just removing it. We'll discuss it. It had the division statement 1 divided by 2, and there are some issues regarding that division which we'll speak about at the right time. At the moment, you just concentrate on this 0.5 into 5 into 10 formula that I've written. I've written half as 0.5. But this program we had already done. We have just revised this program. End the function and end the class. Compiling it and executing it. Executing, right click and select void main that you want to execute. And we have the answer, the area of triangle. Now I'm going to show you another solution of this program. Then this is building up your concept, making you ready for writing these such kind of programs. So I'm clicking on new class and I'm giving the name to the class as area underscore of underscore triangle 2. Okay, this time I've added in the class name the underscore, just a variation, just to tell you that okay, the class name, this also is a valid class name. Okay, double click on it, press Ctrl A and delete these lines and start with your class public class area underscore of underscore triangle 2 curly braces. Within the class I'm defining the function public static void main string arguments. In the question, okay, we did not type a comment, so just let me type the comment. / start to start with the comment. Write a program to calculate and print the area of a triangle with base 5 and height 10. Okay, let just casually, what we are doing is just changing the value of base to 10 and height to 20. Just a casual change, that a very simple change that I've done. The value of base is given as 10 and the value of height is given as 20. Please see the values and please tell me these values, base and height that you see, are of what type, please? What data type are they? I want you to give me the name of this value. Okay, remember, I remind you, values are also called as literals. I'm giving you a hint. Okay, Anika, your answer, please. Mahek, your answer is correct. Anika, I'm waiting for your answer.
Actually, I got disconnected. What is it?
So see what I'm doing. I'm still waiting for your answer. Okay,
The question.
so that base is 10 and height is 20.
Yeah. The formula for that. Yes, sir.
So considering that in the question we have been told that base is 10 and height is 20, see what I'm doing. I am declaring the variable to store the value of base as 10. Okay, I'm declaring the variable to store the value of base. I'm defining variables in this example. We have not defined variables in the earlier example. I have not defined variables in the earlier example. This example, I'm demonstrating the use of variables. I'm defining variables. B, I can call my variable B. I can call my variable base. The name can be B in small letter or in capital letter. The name base can be in small letter or in capital letter, or the name could also be like this. But once you have defined it, okay, once you have defined it, then throughout the program, the variable name should be used in the same manner. I'm defining the variable b over here in this program, and we give the value 10 to it, comma. Next variable I'm defining for height h, and we're giving the value 20 to it. So the variable b with the value 10, h with the value 20 are of integer type, and another variable we are defining is a to store the area of the triangle. Now, with respect to a, please see what we are doing with regard to a. I'm defining my variable a also as integer type. That's one thing. Because base is 10 integer, height is 10 integer, I'm assuming that area will also be integer. Now let me tell you, you could have put forward a question to me over here that, sir, a, there's a possibility that a might work out to something else like a decimal value. Yes, there are possibilities. Okay, but this first program where we are using variables and we are doing calculation, okay, we are not, we'll get ready for that soon, step by step. Okay, so your query that if the area that we calculate comes as decimal, okay, so what if I define variable float a as float? Yes, correct. It would be better that we define variable a as float or double. Okay, but just to make things keep things simple in this program, at this initial stage we are defining the variable as integer. Can you manually calculate and tell me what would be the area of this triangle with base as 10 and height as 20, and even the formula I'm giving it to you over here as a hint. Can you tell me manually what would be the area value? Please in the chat box send me your answer. Yes, very correct. Your answers are correct. And one more thing I'm doing, please see. Now, I hope you understand very well that my program has to calculate area. I have to calculate area in the program. In the question, the value of base is given to me, the value of height is given to me, and they very clearly told me to calculate the area of the triangle. So I've made one more variable for area and I'm initializing it to 0. I repeat, I'm initializing it to 0. The next step in my, now, one more thing once again. Please see within the main function, the very first step that I've performed in a Java program, the very first step that I've performed is declaring my variables, declaring the type of the variables, assigning name to the variables, and giving initial values to the variables. Okay, so here allow me over here. I'm putting some comments at the bottom of my program. Now let me just share with you where I'll be putting the comments. These are comments that I'm typing just for sharing more explanation to you. This curly braces I'm closing is for the main function, and one more closing curly braces I've given, which is for the class. We are going to type lines within the main function. Okay. Coming to our comment. We start the comment with /star. The steps that we are going to follow in this program. The first step, declare integer type variable or declare integer type variables. Okay, are you clear why integer type, please? Because the value of base given to me and height given to me is integer. Now, if the value of base would have been 10.5 and height would have been 20.5, then what should have been the type of my variables, please? What should have been the type over here? I should have mentioned. Please give me the reply in the chat box. If the value would have been like that, be prepared. The next, I'll be showing you one more variation of this program. So over there, we'll do it this way. Yes, Mahek, your reply. ऊपर नहीं आ रही, ऊपर मुझे शिफ्ट करना है ये. Yes, your answers are correct. Float data type. Yes, yeah, and even double data type. Okay. Yes, your answer is correct. We go further now. I'm correcting this back to 10. Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question. As such, you already have the answer, but if looking at the question, tell me, okay, how many variables do we need in this program? How many variables do we need in this program, please? Yes, 3. Okay, one for base, one to keep the value for base, next to keep the value of height, and third to keep the value for area. So what I'm trying to tell you is, this is how you're going to identify how many variables we need. This is how you're going to identify what should be the type of the variable. So I'm writing over here 3 integer type variables for base, height, and area. I have not written this as the name of the variables. The name you see within the program. This is some explanation I'm giving you. So I have not written the variable names. I have just, I've written the names of the data over there. Declare 3 integer type variables for base, height, and area. Second step, assign the value 10 to base and 20 to height. Have you got this step, please? This explanation, the second step. Now these two steps, declaring the variable and assigning the value, this step number 1 and 2, we have done it together over here, including one more step, assign the value 10 to base, comma, 20 to height, and 0 to area. Area we're going to calculate. So I've initialized my variable to 0. I've initialized this variable to 0. I've given the initial value to a as 0. Next statement now. We calculate the area a equal to, and I use the formula 0.5 into b, the variable b, into h, semicolon. So our third step I'm writing over here. Calculate the area as 0.5 into the value of base into height. Friends, I hope you are not getting confused that in this explanation which I'm giving you over here for your understanding purpose. Friends, I think this explanation should help you in a big way to write further programs. So don't neglect this. this explanation which I'm giving you and the sequence of the steps. मतलब एक तरह से मैं चाहता हूं कि आप याद रखें इसमें ओके आप जब रिवाइज करें तो आप ये याद रखें कि पहला क्या स्टेप है, दूसरा क्या स्टेप है, तीसरा क्या स्टेप है, तो उन स्टेप्स के सीक्वेंस को भी याद रखें. Yes, that is important. Now I hope I was saying that you don't get confused with the names I've used over here, base, height, area, whereas in the program I've used variable names as BHA. Now this is, these steps are explanatory steps. So I'm not, over here I've written names base, height and area, but within the program I've written BHA. And let me tell you, even in this explanation, if I would have written this as B and then H and A, that wouldn't have been wrong on my part. And two, and accordingly, within the program also, instead of B, H and A, I could have used variables base, height and area. Next, we have calculated the area of triangle, and next statement is system. Now one moment. Since I calculated the area of the triangle, I've written the formula for that. Tell me, when I'm saying I've calculated the area of triangle, will it appear on the screen on its own? Or do you think this will calculate and show it to me on the screen, this statement? Or do I need to do something more to show it on the screen, please? Yes, I have to do something. Yes, correct. No, this will not show it to me on the screen. So I need to write system.out.println and the name of the variable A to see the output, see the value of the variable A. Allow me over here in my explanation to write the next steps. Okay. Yes, Mehak, I'm coming to you. Wait. Display, or I can use the word print the area. Friends, in Java programming, like I will mention that display the area or I say the area is one and the same. Okay. Actually, to be very specific, when we use the word in programming, when we use the word display, okay, to be very specific, showing on the screen.
So your voice is cracking.
Print means on the paper. That's to be very specific, huh? But I said we are being casual about it. Okay, we are just going to use the words display and print interchangeably. तो कभी क्वेश्चन में अगर प्रिंट लिखा हो तब भी आप system.out.println लिखेंगे और डिस्प्ले लिखा हो तब भी आप system.out.println लिखेंगे. आप उन दोनों को क्वेश्चन में अगर डिस्प्ले या प्रिंट वर्ड लिखा हो तो आप उन्हें अलग अलग नहीं समझेंगे. Yes, I've almost done with my program. Yes, Mahek, you can ask me a question.
So what if I want to write?
You can ask me questions whatever way. If the question is lengthy, you ask me orally by unmuting yourself. If the question is small, you can type it in the chat box. And there's one more thing. At times, you can even just type the question in the chat box. Raise your hand and type the question. मैं उसे देख लूँगा explanation देते देते. My voice is cracking. Okay.
So
let us give some time. Let us see. Just give me some time. Make your question, please. You wanted to ask me some question. You had raised your hand.
So if in the output statement I want to write the area of the triangle is, and then I want the answer, then how do I do that? So could you hear me? So can you hear me?
go further now.
So can you hear me?
Program is done. I'm compiling my program. Okay, I wish to compile my program. One moment. I'm getting this underline over here, area of triangle 2. Just check, let us check up what is the mistake. Yes, Mehak, what you're asking me in the output, if we want to see some message, this output statement of mine is only going to show me the value 25. If I want some name along with it or message along with it, that's the very next program I'm going to do. I'll make another example out of it. That is area of triangle 3, and I'll be showing it to you there. Just wait for some more time.
So I'm getting the exact same
Go
error.
further. Now, I am seeing some error over here in this program. Okay, and the error is being pointed out over here in the statement. Now, please see how am I correcting this error, and what is the error, friends? Over here in this formula, I've written 0.5, which is sorry, I was about to give the answer. You tell me what type of value is 0.5, please. Please give me the answer. What type of value is 0.5 in that formula? Half or 0.5? What type of value is it? Float value? Yes. So in this calculation of area, I'm making use of 0.5, which is a float value. I'm multiplying that with b, which is integer, and further multiplying it with h, which is integer. Notice how am I correcting this error? Over here in the statement, I am removing a equal to 0, and in the next statement now, I am writing float a equal to 0.0f. Please see, I've defined the variable, I've changed the variable a to float type, and I've given the value 0.0f, initialize the value to it as 0.0f, but I'm still getting this error. Now, the reason is, this being a float value, Anika, you are asking me the question, why have I initialized the variable a as 0.0f? And your question goes further as it is.
But A is 0.5, na? We need to assign float A as 0.05.
Let me tell you, we have initialized variable a with 0. Okay.
So it's working with double.
A is 0.05. A is not 0.05.
Yeah, sorry, 0.5.
0.5. First of all, it is 0.5. Okay. This 0.5 is 1 divided by 2. A is not 0.5. What is A? It is
Yeah.
0.5, that is 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 10 multiplied by h, what the answer that we would get will be the value of a. When you initialize variables, okay, when you're defining variables and you don't know their value, you are about to calculate the value in the program, you initialize them with 0. Initializing means giving beginning value, initial value to the variable. That's why we have written 0.0f. The very last session we have been doing something.
Your voice is
In the
cracking.
last session I demonstrated that when you're defining float values, you initialize them. Initialize means you give beginning value to it as 0.0f. And then we are calculating, okay, now don't say that a is 0.5. It is not 0.5. It is, first of all, this 0.5 is half, 1 divided by 2. So 0.5, that is 1 divided by 2 multiplied by the value of b multiplied by the value of h. That is what the answer that we are going to obtain will be the value of a, that is around 100. Is your doubt clear, Anika?
Yes, sir.
So I tried doing the program with
Please reply.
double. It's working with double. So did you hear me? So can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
So,
I can't hear you.
So can you hear me?
sir, can you hear me?
Forget it. I guess he can't hear me.
Yes, we'll check it up. No, I can't hear Mehak. Mehak, I saw your message. Okay. So now notice, even when I was writing float, I have written float a equal to 0.0f. Okay, I'm getting an error. Yes, I'll give you answer. Just wait. Now, friends, one thing is there. Now tell me why with 0.5 you're getting an error. I changed this float variable a as 0.0f, but still I'm getting error in this formula. I'm asking you, why am I getting error? Yes, yes, I got the message. I got her message. Anika, tell me why am I getting the error? So I'll give you the solution now. Let's go further. Please see this 0.5. I'm putting 0.5f. The fact is I made my variable a as float type. So when you initialize float type variable, you write 0.0f, and this value 0.5, which was also float type. But you have to tell Java that this 0.5 is float. So you put a f after it. Just as we put a f over here 0.0f, we need to put a f over here also. Now see, we are not getting an error. We are compiling our program, closing it, right clicking on it and executing it, executing the main function, and we have the output 100.0. Going back to our program, making a small change in our steps below, declare two integer type variables for base and height. Second step, declare a float type variable for area. Assign the value 10 to base, 20 to height, and 0.0f to area. Calculate the area as 0.5f into base into height and then print the area. ना वैसे ये जो नीचे मैंने जो स्टेप्स लिखे हैं, एक छोटी सी बात बता रहा हूं, ये स्टेप्स आपको समझाने के लिए लिखे हैं, आपको गाइड करने के लिए लिखे हैं कि क्या हम कर रहे हैं. Now we can be in these steps. I could be a bit casual. You see, you are not going to write these steps in the examination. These are only from my side to you for your help. You don't have to write them in the examination. The comments that you're going to include in your examination program solution is only these ones at the top. Now I said I could have been a bit casual and wrote over here 0.5 into base into height. Let me tell that to you. In this explanation that I'm saying, even over here 0.0 I could have written, or I could have even written 0 to area. ये जो explanation है ये basic English में है. हाँ, एरिया को 0.0f से इनिशियलाइज करना ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी है प्रोग्राम में. यहाँ 0.5f नहीं, 0.5 नहीं लिख के 0.5f लिखना ये भी आपकी जिम्मेदारी है प्रोग्राम में, क्योंकि इसके बिना आपका प्रोग्राम नहीं चलेगा बराबर से. ना मेरा डिस्कशन इस प्रोग्राम पे पूरा हुआ. हमने जो एरर्स आ रहे थे उन्हें हमने करेक्ट किए. एक यहाँ एरर आ रहा था और दूसरा इससे रिलेशन, इसके रिलेशन. Have you understood this? And finally, once again, Anika, see, area is not 0.5f. I repeat, area is 0.5 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 20, and calculation करने पे जो आंसर आ रहा है 100.0 is the area. Okay, have I clarified myself on this program? Is it clear? Is this program clear, please? Is the solution clear? Now I'm creating this program. Just see what I'm doing, please. I double click on this program, Control A, to select all the lines, and clicking on copy. You know what I've done is I did Control A, selected all the lines of this program and clicking on copy. Going to the new class, I'm naming it as area of triangle 3. I put underscore in between, double click on it, deleting all the lines. Okay, but 1 minute, just before I delete, in order to delete these lines, I do Control A, but I've already done Control A in our program 2, and I've copied the lines. I come here, paste these lines, paste. So what I've done is, the lines from program 2, I've pasted them in program 3 so that I don't have to type them all over again. And I'm now selecting these lines and deleting them. Which lines? Which were given to me by BlueJ, I've deleted, and at the top I've pasted the lines from program number 2. Please see. Here the name of the class is area of triangle 2. I change it to 3. The question is the same. Write a program to calculate and put in the area of triangle with base. I'm changing the value 10.5, height 20.25, and hint area, the formula for calculating area we've given you. Public class area of triangle 3, public static void main, curly braces. Now please see, I don't mind typing these lines. I'll be typing the program line by line for you. Double, I'm defining a variable b equal to 10.5 comma h, height equal to 20.25 comma a equal to 0.0. I need not write f. All these are float values. If I would have defined them as float type, I would have needed to give f after 10.5, after 20.25, after 0.0 f. I would have need to write that. Area equal to 0.5 into, allow me to change the name of this variable to base, height and area. तो इस प्रोग्राम में हमने वेरिएबल के नाम भी थोड़े बदल दिए हैं, just to show you that these are also valid names. So I made changes in the names of the variables. I've made changes in the values. Formula 0 equal to 0.5 into base into height. And now I want to print the area. But this time I don't want to just show the value of area, I want to show it along with a message. Now please see and please learn this bit that we are doing over here. Please pay attention. I want to show the output. I want to show the name of what, the output that we are seeing. We are seeing the value that we are seeing is area of triangle. We put the equal to sign and close the double quotes. Very first, please see this, what I put in double quotes. You know what is this? We have been teaching this to you for past many days. Whatsoever you put in double quotes is called as, give me the answer please in your chat box. What is it called as? The answer is in 2 words. Anika, your answer is not correct. Mehak, your answer is correct. It is a string literal. String. And why literal? Because it is a value. It's not a variable. It's a value. So the answer to my question was, it is a string literal. Okay. This is, Anika, your answer A. Just a moment. Friends, I would like you to see these 2 lines and tell me that there is a mistake I've done. Help me correct that mistake, please. Come on, tell me what mistake have I done. Okay. Anika, you said your answer is not correct. Yes, Mehak, your answer is correct.
So even you have to write that 0.0, it is an float.
I have not written F. Okay, I remind you, I have not written F because this time I'm not using float, I'm using double. So when you define double variables, you need not give the value as 10.5 F or 0.0 F. You have to do that formality for float types, not for double types. The mistake is, in my declaration, I've defined the variable area. Okay, I've used the full name area, whereas in this statement, I've written it as A. So if I declare the variable as area, over here, I should be writing the name A, area, not A. Coming back to system.out.println, area of triangle equal to, this is a string. It will be printed as it is. And after this, we put a plus symbol. The intention of putting a plus symbol is, I want this string to be printed, and next to the string literal on the same line, the value of area to be printed. This area which I have written is a variable with a value, with whatever is its value, will be printed next to this text. You call it text, you call it string. Next to this text, the value of area variable will be printed. Then we end the function and we end the program. Let me share with you the steps what we have performed. Declare 3 double type variables for base, height, and area. Second step, assign the value 10.5 to base, 24.25 to area, to height, sorry, and 0.0 to area. Next step, third step that we have performed, calculate the area as 0.5 into base into height, and then display or print the area. Please focus. If you're wondering, sir, you wrote this in the earlier program, why are you writing it over here? Friends, don't just focus on the explanation, also focus on the sequence of the steps. Which steps comes first? Declaration comes first. The second step is assignment. The third step is calculating the area. And the fourth step is displaying the area. By sharing these steps with you, I am slowly making you familiar with the flow of the program. This is also called as the flow of the statements in the program, flow of the program. You can also call it as the logic of the program. How are you going to write your program statements? What comes first? What comes next? Next and next. Now, in this regard, now we have done our program. We're compiling it, closing it. Right click on it and executing it. Here is the answer. Please relate this with the command in your program. Okay, in the system.out.println, this part we have put in double quotes, this part. After that, we have put a symbol. That means next to it, we want to show the value of the variable area. You can turn off your videos, please. You can turn off your videos. Well, have you understood the solution, please? Have you understood this program?
So can you show the solution again as I left the meeting connection?
Asking you some questions. Tell me in the program, this step system.out.println, I'm shifting it from here to this place. Would it be correct on my part to shift the program over here, line over here? Okay, Mehak, you answer. Yes, correct answer, both of you. No. Just give a thought. How would you print the, how would it be correct to print the area without calculating it? It wouldn't be correct to print the area before you're calculating it, or rather you should be calculating first and then printing. So the fact is, as you said, this step over here is not correct, and this step should be ideally after calculating the area. This is logic. You declare your variables, okay, you calculate area and then you print area. Over here at the bottom, this comments which I've shared with you, the steps. Let me add one more step over here. In short, what do? You declare variables in your program, assign values to the variables, that is declaration, then assign, then do perform calculations, and then finally give the output or the result. Output means this println what you're doing. You see, in one word, here I've written the step as completely. Here, the same step I've just conveyed to you in one word. Okay, the flow of the program is you have to first declare variables, then you assign values to your variables, then you do some other calculations like you have to calculate the area, and then finally you give the output, that is print the area. You see, हो सकता है कि ये चारों steps word to word आपको याद नहीं रहे, तो इसी के लिए मैंने ये शॉर्ट में आपको यहाँ लिख के दिया है. ये हमारे प्रोग्राम का फ्लो होगा, हमारे प्रोग्राम के स्टेटमेंट्स का फ्लो होगा इस तरह से. Have you understood why have I shared this with you, please? Have you understood this, please? Is it helping you? ये जो सारे अगले 6-7 प्रोग्राम्स जो है हमारे, इन सारे प्रोग्राम्स में हम हमारे प्रोग्राम का फ्लो कुछ इसी तरह से रहेगा. वेरिएबल्स को डिक्लेयर करना, उन्हें वैल्यूज असाइन करना, कैलकुलेशंस करना और फिर आउटपुट देना. Do you have any doubts in this solution in this program, please? Any doubts? Do you have, please? Mehak and Anika, you did not send me your doubt or your response. Yes, no. We are now proceeding to the next program. Now I've done these programs from my side. I'll be sharing at the end of the session today. You normally know I send you all mail and I send you the programs that we have done during that session to you all, or any additional notes that I've made. I'm closing this window. We are done with this program. We are moving on to the next program. I'm typing these programs. I'm doing these programs in this project only, chapter 3. New class. Program number 1 from the list of programs given to you in your school is a very simple program. I'm not doing that program. I'm moving on to program number 2. I repeat, program number 1 is a very simple program to find the sum of two numbers, 10 and 15. I'm sure you're going to be able to understand it and do it. Now we will also do some more programs on the lines of these programs. Yes, we'll do them in the next session. But first I'm preparing you for these programs. I name this as program 2. You can also make, you could make, while practicing, you can, within this project chapter 3, you can make program number 1, then 2, double click on it, Control A to select all these lines and press the delete key. Start with the comment. Now, normally the question starts with the phrase like this, write a program. So only my small suggestion is, when you write the comment, when you're writing comments, what you do is, you simply go to the beginning of the comment and remove the word write, and you start the comment like this. Program and continue further. Program for to find area and perimeter of a rectangle. So this would be our comment. On the same line also, now BlueJ, as you saw when I press enter, it added the star and forward slash at the end. Since this comment of ours is only one line, I myself could manually put a star and a forward slash at the end, or I could have even just given this comment by starting, starting the statement with 2 forward slash. That way also I could have given the comment, because this comment is of one line only. So I could have just put a double forward slash at the beginning and nothing at the end. So this is a small revision I did on comments. Public class. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Give me the answer accordingly. Please see, I had, when I selected new class, I had given the name as program 2. So tell me, what should I be typing over here? After the word public class, what should I be typing? Share your answer, please. Mehak, your answer. Yes, it should be public class program too. So when you do new class and you give the name to your file program two, then your class name should also be program two. Okay. The other thing what we are doing is if I refer to the solution in your school, the school solution, it is mentioned, the class name is mentioned as area perimeter. So this could be the class name. It could have an underscore in between also. That could also be the class name. Now when I clicked on the button new class, I gave it the class name as program 2. Now I'm giving this. Don't worry, BlueJ will make the change for us. We have shown this to you earlier. Curly braces, open curly braces. Public static void main string arguments. Yes, correct, Mehak. Your message is correct. Okay, Mehak is saying that you could give any name as long as you're following the rules for identifiers. Okay, kindly revise the rules for identifiers if you have any doubts. According to that, you can create the name for the class. Now, one more thing. If at all you are, I have understood that, if at all you have the solution in front of you, close the solution. Okay, you should not, when I'm teaching you, you should not be seeing the solution of any program whatsoever. So kindly do that good to yourself. That is not going to help you in any way, let me tell you. Keep your solutions aside. You can look at them later for revision purpose. Now, in this question, let me type the question. Okay, I just typed a small comment. I need to actually type the entire question for you so that you understand. Write a program to find the area and perimeter of a rectangle with length equal to 19 and breadth equal to 23. Now, in the last session, I had demonstrated to you in with respect to the area of triangle, what is base and what is height. I had made some diagram, I had made a triangle and pointed out to you. I know this is something very basic, but I'm still demonstrating it to you. Say this is a rectangle. Okay, this what I'm pointing, the top line or the bottom line is the length of the rectangle. Okay, and this is the breadth of the rectangle. The vertical lines is the breadth, or you can even call it as the height of the rectangle. Let us continue now. Okay, I wanted to ask you some questions. Curly braces I'm giving for the main function, curly braces for the class. I repeat, you're not going to keep the solution in front of you, you're going to keep it close. My question is, how many variables do we need? In this program? Tell me the number of variables we need in this program. Kindly share with me the answer. How many variables do we need in this program? Be quick, please. Yes, Mehak, your answer. 4. Yes, that is correct. Now, name those variables. Okay, now give me the names of those variables. हमें इस प्रोग्राम में जो वेरिएबल्स लगेंगे उनके नाम, मतलब किस किस के लिए हमें वेरिएबल चाहिए? Now please see, in the question, you get the answer to this from the question. You have been told that length is 19, breadth is 23. So you need a variable for length. You need a variable for breadth. You have to find the area. So you need a variable for area. And you need a variable for perimeter. One thing I just forgot, I'll just repeat that and convey it to you. This rectangle, when you add up the length of all the 4 sides, okay, the value that you get is called as perimeter. That means this length and this length, the 2 horizontal lines, and the length of the 2 vertical lines, that is the breadths. So when you add them all up, you get the perimeter, and the inside portion of your rectangle is called the area. Formulas, I'll be explaining to you the formulas for the area of the rectangle and perimeter. These are the variables we need. Now next question of mine. What is a suitable type for these variables? What is in this program is quite easy. All of them are of the same, going to be of the same type. Tell me what is a suitable type in this program for my variables. So since we don't have to use different types over here, it's quite easy. Mehak, your answer. Now friends, one more thing I have to tell you which I have understood over here. See, you're keeping your computer on, and while what I'm doing, you're doing it on the computer. That will slow us down. That is not going to help us. मैंने अपने फर्स्ट सेशन में ये बताया था आपको कि I don't expect that. You have to practice it later on, and you ask me the question in the next session. I've been getting your responses very slow. So kindly, you know, it's just not going to help us that way. We can't go that slowly, please. Try to understand that. You have to focus on the explanation. You have to focus completely on what I'm sharing to you. And what I'm doing is not very difficult that you have to do it side by side on the computer. See one thing, this is a lecture of 1.5 hours. This is not 45 minutes lecture and 45 minutes practical. So 1.5 hours you have to devote on the explanation which I'm giving to you. So please see that. Okay, it will slow us down, and I'm not going to appreciate that. one, you're not going to see the solutions, and two, okay, you would like to do what I say you that way, that you know what I'm doing, you do it on the computer. I know it will slow us down. So kindly stop doing that, because I've been seeing that your responses are coming very slowly. So please turn your videos on. Now from today, your videos should be on. That's form, that is compulsory. Okay, I understand that. I don't know why I have to ask you the question again and again. I want your videos on. That will tell me whether you are online or offline, please. I've been experiencing that today. So your videos on, please. I had said that in my second session. Okay, we go further now. I want your attention to my lecture. I don't want your attention anywhere else, please. And the concepts I'm teaching are very simple. So you should not have any difficulty. And even if you have difficulties, I'm always open to taking your queries, please. Now, I was asking the type. The type is integer, because the value for length is 19, integer, the value for breadth is 23. And when we see the formulas for area and perimeter, they are also going to give me answer as integer values, whether it is area or whether it is perimeter. So I'm declaring my variables now. Integer, length, I'm naming them as length or L, breadth or B, area or A, perimeter or P. These are my variables. Length equal to, I have to give some initial value to them, equal to 19, breadth equal to 23 given to me in the question, area we have to calculate, so we initialize it with 0, perimeter we have to calculate, so we initialize it with 0. Now declaration, the first statement. Now one more thing I remind you. Okay, in my very last program, area of triangle 3, I had shared it with you. I had written the flow of my program. So just remind me the first step in the flow of our program. What is the first step? Something I had written with an arrow symbol like this. One word, second word. So the first step. What was the first step that we have to perform in our program, please? I'm not referring to class name. Chalo, I'll share it with you. I'm asking you the flow of our program. Means program में कौन से steps पहले आएंगे, फिर उसके बाद कौन से steps, फिर उसके बाद कौन से steps, फिर इसके बाद कौन से steps. इस तरह हमारे प्रोग्राम के steps किसका sequence क्या होगा. Declaration first. This is declaration. And then assign. तो मैंने डिक्लेरेशन और असाइन ये दोनों यहां कर लिया मैंने. ये बात समझ में आई है आपको? ये याद आया आपको? क्लास बस इसके पहले वाले प्रोग्राम में हमने किया था. ये जरूरी है, इसे याद रखना जरूरी है. ये आपकी मदद करेगा याद करने में कि हमें प्रोग्राम के स्टेप्स को किस सीक्वेंस में लिखना है. What would be the flow of a program? Next, चलिए बताइए मुझे. अब इसके बाद असाइनमेंट के बाद हमने क्या लिखा था यहाँ, याद है आपको?